Lately, DJ Academics been going through it. He got one woman who allegedly took 500,000 from him. You got another woman who apparently is trying to Me Too him. Let's go to her for the video.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not going to stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, academics. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. Me too. And a kit was done. You know what? I'm going to come back with my own story. This what you wanted, and you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long.
So some very strong accusations, as you can see. But Academics got some old text messages in the phone between him and a young lady that seem to prove his innocence. Let's go to him.
I mean, remember, in her video, she says, oh, nah, she says, nah, it wasn't just your friends, it's you. Does these messages sound like Academics did anything? I'm going to put it up on the screen. This is the first message after I sent the picture. This is her. Y'all know how text messages work. I'm sorry. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I said, I don't know what you want me to say. You won, I suppose. The reason why I said that is because when she was in my kitchen and I was telling her, like, yo, I think you fucked my... She was like, yo, don't you like girls that be fucking mad? And I'm like, bruh, you know, like, I looked at you. And if she remembers this, I'm not capping. I said, men look at girls two different ways. We have girls that we could possibly wife up. They're good girls and whores. Like, why y'all always think that a want a chick who fucking everybody? So that's why I was like, yo, I don't know what you want me to say, LOL. Because I think when she says I'm sorry, she's finally accepted it that she did have sex with the two dudes. I said, I don't know what you want me to say. I said, I guess you won, I suppose. Whatever. She says, I never meant for all that to happen. Listen, does this sound like she's saying I did nothing wrong? I know you can never look at me the same. This is what you're saying to me. By the way, this is not Cheyenne. This is not Cheyenne. Very right. This is not Cheyenne. This is some other. She says, look, I know you can't look at me the same. Okay. She says, I think I should talk to someone about this. I say, what you mean? She says, I feel really sad. And I think I should talk to someone about it, like a therapist or something. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. What's the next message? Give me a second. A therapist or something. Hold on. Therapist or something. Okay, cool. All right. Now this is another message. And then this is so I told her, I said, yo, you should get tested. Because we're talking in between all this and like on the phone too. I tell her, yo, you should go get tested. Because okay, granted, you didn't mean to whatever, but you had sex with two dudes unprotected. You should probably go get tested. Bro, if I did some weird shit, tell no girl to go get, come on, dog. Like, come on, let's do the math. All right, anyway, let me see. So y'all read this message, right? Okay, then it happens and it says, okay, she says, I'm hurt really bad. It's unlike me to do this. This is what she's saying. It's unlike me to do this, and I don't even know the other guy's name. I was just laying there. Anyway, like at this point, I ain't gonna lie, and this is where I say I feel certain type of wrong for because I'm mad at her. I'm mad at her like, yo, you know me for like 2 years, and I'm mad at her. Like, I'm not really looking at it like, oh, maybe I'm thinking she's also playing games. I'm like, what you mean you don't remember doing it? Like, damn her, what you mean you don't remember? Anyway, so I say, you call, I guess she called. She says, I'm considering going in for a testing kit for us to figure this out. Because it's bits and pieces I remember, and I'm still not okay. Right? This is what I say to her. This is what I literally say. I said, this is what I say to her. I mean, not sure what you want me to say. That's why I asked you while you were here if everything you did while I was sleeping, you were okay with doing. Remember I told you, I said, before I got to confront her, I said, yo, everything you did last night, you were cool with doing, right? And she was like, yeah, I had fun. And then when I said, yo, you two, she was like, what? No, I didn't. Anyway, she said, well, I was sleeping. You were okay with doing it. You said, yeah. So I don't know. Remember, I'm telling her, that's why I asked you when you were here. If everything you did while I was sleeping, you were okay with, and you said, yeah. So I don't know. Then here's what she says. I was passed out for most of it, but I'd wake up now and, okay, let me find the rest of that.
And so we go, everything is alleged, right? From here to there to here, his side, her side, all of that. But if we breaking this down, the conversation starts with her saying, I'm sorry. So she clearly feels like she's done something to disappoint academics. And this is without him saying or asking whatever she did. And she like, you won't look at me this game. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do all of that. This isn't usually me. Okay. You're noticing the disappointment that he feels for you. And so now it goes to, I'm sorry, to I think I need to talk to somebody. And see, that's when my ears perked up. I'm sure his ears perked up then, like, what you mean? Who you need to talk to? Or like a therapist or something. Because she's trying to address what she went ahead and did. She thought he might be cool with it. Now it's obvious that he's not cool with it. Now she's not cool with what she did. And so she's battling with that with herself. So she's not, maybe I need to talk to a therapist. And then it goes from there to, oh, I was just laying there. I don't remember the guy's name. And it was just bits and pieces. And I'm really hurt. Now I'm going to have a cape kit done. And it's like, from there, it's like, okay, well, what you trying to insinuate by that? And then he says, I asked you if everything you did, you was okay with. You said, yeah, I wish he would have. And I know he wishes he would have had that conversation recorded, because she apparently said, yeah, I have fun. But then, so clearly she was disappointed when he like, yo, you smashed my 2 mans, right? She like, oh, what? Like, but she clearly didn't have full memory loss. She remembered that she did this. And she remembered bits and pieces of it, and she remembered enough to know that to be disappointed or to feel sorry that she did what she did, because academics was disappointed in her for doing it. You dig what I'm saying? So, like I say, it felt like it took a turn between her being sorry about doing it to her saying, I need to talk to someone like a therapist, to then her talking about we need to get a kit done, to, and then now we're here. But I got to speak to both sides of this. You can't get drunk, in any of us. Like, we can't get drunk. But we see this happen with ladies often. They'll get drunk, and then they may have been disappointed with some of the things that they went ahead and did that night, with who they went and did it with. You know what I'm saying? The little ugly dude that they don't usually pay no attention. They may have went all the way with him or whatever, how it go. But you can't then wake up the next day. Patrice O'Neal went through a situation like this where a young white woman had sex with a few of them, same type of situation. And she was perfectly fine and okay with it. But she was an important figure in the community, somebody important in the community. I think he was mayor or some councilman or something. It was his daughter. And once the news started to get around school that she had did this, then she switched her story from her being okay with it to now everyone attacked her. And I'm just saying, we can't, ladies, you can't do things that like that, with that seriousness attached to it, and then the next day be like, oh, and change your story up like this, because you're playing with people's lives. Now, and then fellas too, you got to watch, chilling and sipping with a chick before y'all do something. Like, if she's too inebriated, you got to let that cool off until the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done this. Like, oh, she too gone. Like, I'll let her in the morning when she wake up or whatever. Like, because you go ahead and do something while y'all are too drunk, it always gives that, oh, I don't remember factor that's going to now play you in, putting you in the sights of getting in trouble, and it's almost to the point where it's like, it's almost best to just turn the box down if she drunk or she sipping or whatever, because it's just too dicey of a situation to get into, because a woman can decide to change her mind like that if any inebriation was involved, and then now you stuck, you know what I'm saying, with a case, fighting for your life. Another suggestion is to do like the Ohio State football players did, where they saved their lives because they got video footage of her agreeing to the sex act. Now, I'm not saying record nobody in no sex act if they don't want to be recorded, but at least before y'all do the act, make sure you get a sober yes out of them first. You know, I just want to say this is why we can't go places and get overly inebriated doing things with people. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get to a state where you don't remember or you don't necessarily know that you did this, that, and the other the night before. You be like, oh man, I did that. Like what? You know, and that's a terrible place to be. But we do it to ourselves sometimes. We know we've all been there where we, you know, that friend have to remind you like, oh, you was clowning. You cussed such and such out last night, or you punched such and such. And you're like, I did what? You know, so we can't allow ourselves to get to that state to where we only remember bits and pieces of what we did and what we didn't do, you know. And then to speak to Akademiks and his homeboy side of this, Akademiks, you can't allow this to go down at your house. You can't be a part of nothing like this. Like the festivities, you are the one that are the breadwinner that is, everything is swirling around you. And I know how, you know, you got the money, everybody want to party with you, this, that, and the other. You in a mansion, whatever, stuff goes down. But the more you allow that type of stuff to go down, this is where the accusations is coming in now. Now she's saying you did this when you like, oh, I was asleep. But even if you didn't take part of it, it still leaves you somewhat liable in the eyes of the law, because the law will be like, well, you left them in the room with these guys and they did this while you walked off. And, you know, the law will find some type of way to make you liable for something that goes left. So let's be honest, the best thing to do is to, hey man, we can kick it, we can have a good time, but after that, man, y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. This can't go down here at the residence of mine, because when you invite that type of, when stuff like that goes on, everybody's smashing in the house and this, that, and other. We've seen it with Kai Sanat, the young lady, or somebody having sex, and the young lady swears that Kai Sanat told his friend to go in there and bang her or whatever. However the situation went, she didn't press no charges because she was lying. But we can just see when you allow yourself to be the center of everything, and I understand how that goes. Parties and this, that, and other happen, and people is around. You don't know who doing what, but it's one thing to invite it and like egg it on. Another thing to be like, yo, y'all got to go with all of that, because when you don't like police it somewhat, usually if you the breadwinner, you gonna end up being center, front stage and center for all of this, and that's whether you did anything or not. And usually you're going to have to pay the bill or catch the blame or be facing charges for it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to move more responsibly in this situation. But personally, I don't know about this young lady's word. I'm going to wait till more information come out. But from her saying how she felt sorry about doing what she did at first, I don't know, you know. I don't know where to go from that. But this your boy P Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.